Hey guys, this is Jared Coley with Complete Landlord Solutions, coming to you today with a quick video blog on preventative maintenance. And if conducted properly, preventative maintenance can actually save you a lot of money. Being a property manager, I consider to be two different types of maintenance in a rental property. One of which is reactive maintenance. Reactive maintenance is where you are actually reacting to something that has been brought to your attention. Maybe the tenant has come in or called the office and let you know of something that's wrong with the property. At that point, you're reacting to the phone call and you're correcting an issue. Preventative maintenance is maybe something that you have seen before it has even become a problem. And at that point, you can address that issue, correct that issue, and hopefully by correcting that issue, it saves you a lot of money in the long run. I have 6 examples here I'm going to give you, and these are just 6 to give you an idea of things that I look for that can be preventative maintenance issues in our rental properties that I think save our clients a lot of money. One example is door stops. The proper placement of door stops. A door stop costs roughly $2. By placing door stops properly, it eliminates the door handle from touching any other surface. So for example, if the door handle touches the wall and eventually punches a hole in the wall where the door handle connects, makes contact, now we have a drywall patch, we have to repaint that, and now we're also buying that $2 door stop. So proper placement of door stops can be really helpful. And the other is caulking. Proper caulking around tubs, showers, vanities, kitchen tops, and etc. A couple dollar tube of caulking can go a long way. Make sure that everything is caulked properly. For example, if we don't caulk the tub properly, maybe the floor will become spongy and we'll have to end up replacing the subfloor just due to a simple couple dollar fix. A tube of caulking would have corrected that issue. And the other is furnace filters. Talk to any heating and cooling professional and they will tell you one of the key items to the longevity of a life of a heating and cooling unit is the proper replacement of furnace filters. Make sure that you're replacing your furnace filters. Make sure that your maintenance staff is aware to check that out when they're over there to conduct maintenance to make sure that they're being replaced. If it is in a lease that is the tenant's responsibility, make sure that you notate in the lease when they are to do that. Are they to do that every month? Are they to do that every 3 months? You may even consider supplying a box of furnace filters for the tenant and saying something like, hey, when you come in to pay your rent, please change your furnace filter. Try to make that as a reminder to change your furnace filter. I can tell you a box of furnace filters is cheaper than one service call to have a heating and cooling technician go out just to say that the furnace filter need to be replaced. So that's something that you can do. A little bit of cost up front that saves you a lot of money in the long run, I think. The others is gutters. Make sure that your gutters are properly attached to the home. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a gutter where it is starting to come away from the home. And a simple reconnection of that gutter has saved us from replacing that whole piece of guttering. Once a piece of guttering hits the ground, usually that aluminum bends to the point or flexes to where it does not properly go back onto the home, which ultimately leads to a gutter replacement on that section. So the gutters, make sure that those are attached properly. Plumbing leaks. Try to address any plumbing leaks that you can find. We have certain methods that we go through here at Complete Landlord Solutions to determine if there's any plumbing leaks in the property. Make sure that you address those. How many of us of landlords have went to a property and the tenant said, hey, I have a plumbing leak, or they've called and said, I have a leak in my bathroom vanity, and you go over and in the whole bottom of the vanity is completely rotten out. We know that obviously wasn't leaking for the last couple of days. That's been leaking for months. So make sure that you correct those issues. Check for any plumbing leaks. Last is landscaping. Make sure the tenant is in accordance with their lease and the landscaping is being maintained properly. Make sure that if there's a responsibility to cut their grass, they're maintaining that at a proper height, or the bushes, hedges, any other vegetation within the property. And if you're like us, we have certain city codes that we're up against the tenant has to abide by. So make sure that those are being abided by, and if not, make sure the tenant takes care of that, and if not, you have to take care of it yourself. But do that before it becomes much more of an issue than just going over and cutting the grass. At Complete Landlord Solutions, we have 4 methods of preventative maintenance, and one of those is reactive maintenance call awareness. Well, how does that, you're saying it's reactive maintenance call awareness, how does that become preventative? Well, when we go over for a reactive call, we're also looking for preventative issues that may come up. So, for example, maybe there's a chirping smoke detector. Well, that's a safety issue, but we're going to make sure that that battery is replaced in that smoke detector. So anytime a maintenance personnel goes over to one of our properties, they're also trained to look for key items that can be preventative and save our clients a lot of money if addressed up front. Spring and fall inspections. Every spring and fall, we do an inspection around the exterior of the home, looking at the gutters, as I mentioned, the roof, windows, siding, landscaping, etc., to see if we can see any of those exterior items that may need to be corrected. Move-in inspections. Move-in inspections are very, very, very important. Conducting all of your, as much as your maintenance as you can before a tenant moves in. It's much easier to do that before the tenant moves in versus when they've already moved into the property. So try to set yourself up for success from the very beginning. Do your move-in inspection. Try to find these preventative items like maybe a missing doorstop that can be placed on the property to prevent any damage done to the wall from the door handle. Also, we do renewal inspections here at Complete Landlord Solutions. So anytime a tenant renews with us, we'll go into the property. We will do a renewal inspection, look for these preventative maintenance issue items, things that we can address up front. They're a lot less costly than waiting for something to get worse. Hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We'd love to talk to you, chit chat about property management, maintenance, and etc. Again, I appreciate it. My name is Jared Coley with Complete Landlord Solutions. Thank you.